And we cut across to breaking news coming in as India is all set to summon Pakistani diplomat over ceasefire violations. Pakistan has been violating ceasefire and multiple ceasefire violations by Pakistan along the line of control. 5 soldiers among 11 were killed as Pakistan continues to target innocent civilians on the Indian side. Now, although India has retaliated very strongly, but India is all set to summon Pakistani diplomat over ceasefire violations that Pakistan is continuing with. Remember, India has punished Pakistan and precise firing on border posts on the Pakistani side and even terror launch pads that were targeted by India after Pakistan continues to violate ceasefire. And now India all set to summon Pakistani diplomat over ceasefire violations that continue from the Pakistani side. My colleague will be joining us very shortly to give us more details on the same. But remember, as India has punished Pakistan for targeting innocent civilians, 8 Pakistani soldiers were killed and 12 others were injured. This was told to us by our sources in the army. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also at the Longewala post a short while ago, as he was addressing the soldiers, gave out a stern warning to Pakistan. And in every way, as our forces stay alert during Diwali, here is Pakistan violating ceasefire and India now all set to summon Pakistani diplomat over ceasefire violations. Getting more details from my colleague Shivani, who's joining us on the phone line. Over to you, Shivani.
Yes, actually, India has been quite stern in retaliating when the army retaliated yesterday after ceasefire violation attempt was made by Pakistan in the North Kashmir, in the Karen sector and various other places. We have strongly reacted, and moreover, apart from the military action, the diplomatic action is also being taken, and India has summoned the Pakistani diplomat over the ceasefire violations. Let me also tell you that these ceasefire violations have aggravated in last 1 year, and if we count a number, it's been more than 5,000 violations after the abrogation of Article 317 in Jammu and Kashmir, and in November itself, the figure has been more than, it's touching around 200, and October 394 violations have already been made by Pakistan. So over this issue, the diplomats have summoned the Pakistani diplomat over these violations, and this whole issue has to be sorted out militarily as well as diplomatically by India. And as we heard Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who was speaking a while ago in Longewala, he said that India will just not tolerate any kind of terrorism across the border, be it LOC, be it LAC, and India is strong enough to retaliate diplomatically as well as militarily. So this is the latest update where the Pakistan diplomat has been summoned by India over the ceasefire.
Right. Shivani, I want you to stay on with us because Gursimran is also joining us live on the broadcast. Gursimran, we have replied militarily, but also diplomatic action now will be taken. India all set to summon Pakistani diplomat. And before you give us more details on the same, let's not forget how Prime Minister Narendra Modi just a short while ago in his address at the Longewala battle post gave out a stern warning to Pakistan. Listening to that excerpt, after which we come to you, Gursimran.
भारत की रणनीति साफ है, भारत की रणनीति स्पष्ट है। आज का भारत समझने और समझाने की नीति पर विश्वास करता है, समझने की भी और समझाने की भी। लेकिन अगर हमें आजमाने की कोशिश की, फिर तो जवाब भी उतना ही प्रचंड मिलेगा।
Gursimran continues to stay on with us because, Gursimran, we heard Prime Minister Narendra Modi giving a stern warning to Pakistan, and also on our side as India is all set to summon Pakistani diplomat over Pakistan violating ceasefire over and over again. What more are you picking up on the same?
Yes, Pakistan has been continuously violating the ceasefire along the line of control and international border. And even if we talk of yesterday, 6 ceasefire violations have taken place in 6 different sectors across the Jammu and Kashmir, in which more than 21 civilians were injured and 6 lost their lives. So that's why the Pakistan High Commission has been summoned by the India. The summon will be they will be summoned within a short while from now, because the India wants to teach Pakistan a lesson by the diplomatic way as well. We have seen that in the last 6 to 7 years, the Pakistan has been isolated diplomatically in the international community, and that is the reason now the Pakistan High Commission will be summoned in a short while by the Indian side, because we have seen that the civilians are being targeted by the Pakistan side since abrogation of Article 370 and 35 Alpha in the Jammu and Kashmir, and the heightened spike in the ceasefire violations is a concern, and that's why the military, the army is giving Pakistan a befitting reply. But there is a need that diplomatically Pakistan needs to be isolated, and that is why the Pakistan High Commission will be summoned from a short while from now. We have to see that the Pakistan has been violating ceasefire since the abrogation of Article 370 and 35 Alpha, and there is a huge spike in it. If we talk of 2018-2019, the ceasefire violations were around 1900 to 2000, but now in the last 1 year post abrogation, 467 days have passed on and 5,596 ceasefire violations have taken place. That means on an average 12 attempts of ceasefire violations are being made by the Pakistan side to push in the terrorists so that they can vitiate the peace process. So that is why the Pakistan is doing such thing on the direction of the terror proxies and the ISI, so that they can push in the trained terrorists from the launch pads in the Pakistan occupied Kashmir to the Indian side.
Absolutely. Gursimran, going by Pakistan's pattern and how they continue to peddle lies, they have in the past also denied provocation whenever it has come from their side. We wait and watch what happens next. For the moment, I want to thank you for joining us.